Mohamed Salah and Jurgen Klopp are fighting.
I said it this afternoon that Liverpool actually threw away any chance that they could win the Premier League this season. But then now they are unveiling next season kit.
You can see the early 60s, the early 80s one.
Well, I also, saw that maybe they could just use that to distraction for the fans that are feeling bad presently. That
at the same time, tone down the tension.
There's no tension. The season is over. Not like they're in Europe or anything.
Well, with controversy in Europe, lots of questions, and the fans are worried as well.
True.
And they can just deviate their attention a bit.
Because of the rift between Liverpool manager and Liverpool attacker.
And a star player, by the way.
Yes, it's a star player. Yeah. The Jurgen Klopp is leaving to be played in the Premier League. And we know for Mohamed Salah, he has a contract tying him to Liverpool.
2 years.
Made and of course, new contract will be be in works to be introduced to him, and then depending on which manager will be coming in.
Let's leave Liverpool and come back to Miami, where we are talking everything from Formula 1. Red Bull Max Verstappen took control victory ahead of Ferrari's Charles Leclerc in the sprint race at the Miami Grand Prix. Verstappen was in control after fending off on track from Charles Leclerc at the first corner. Sergio Perez dropped behind Red Bull Daniel Ricciardo at the first corner after trying to pass Charles Leclerc, but recovered to take the third. Red Bull drove an exceptional race, fighting a red guard battle to hold off Carlos Sainz, Ferrari, and also Piastri of McLaren for the fourth position. Barry Johnson, let's talk about this very quickly. It looks like a year that will be dominated by Red Bull again. Even when they are not winning, they are still winning. And at this point in time, after 4 or 5 races already, although this is the 5th race of the season, is it safe to say Max Verstappen will win the Drivers' Championship, Red Bull will win the Constructors' Championship? I think that is obvious. But then again, this is what I'm saying, is it safe to say that for the optimum time, we may not have a Mercedes in second position of the Drivers' Championship.
Well, it's obvious that Max Verstappen and his team is Sergio Perez, and of course Red Bull, they've won it 1, 2, 3 times in a row now. That is enough motivation to believe the psychological edge to have ahead of other outfits in Formula 1, other drivers in Formula 1. Yes, we can actually go on and win it another time. I think the only contender that they have is the Ferrari. That's Charles Leclerc and his teammates. His teammates is for other driver. Now, for Mercedes, I believe that psychologically they are out of the race. I don't know if they can, if any miracle can happen, and because of the season in Formula 1, they just bounce back. But the big but is they cannot win any Formula 1 this season again. Maybe they'll try and fight for second.
Are you saying Mercedes cannot win any Grand Prix this year?
No, not Grand Prix. Okay. The championship, World Championship.
As a team?
As a team.
Okay.
We're not talking about just as a team. A driver out of men.
Cannot win a Drivers' Championship
title.
Mathematically speaking, it's still realistic.
Yes, as I said, psychologically, I don't think they have any.
So imagine. I think I agree with you.
Because why? Knowing also that the attention of the number 1 driver, Lewis Hamilton, is divided.
Hamilton is
because he's living, exactly. His spirit is gone. It's just his body. His mind is not there anymore.
And look at it.
What is the combination? Because they need the 2 drivers to work to be on top of their game. Before they can say, okay, we have a chance to win a league championship title, not the Grand Prix now.
I agree.
George Russell alone cannot do it.
True.
He doesn't have the experience that Hamilton has. Now, Hamilton, on the other hand,
he's not even putting in the work.
Exactly.
Of the sprint race, not even the race proper, said that was his best race of the year.
See.
That's to tell you, and at the end of the day, in Suzuka, he was not close to the top 5.
See.
So I just feel
this sprint race weekend, they're not even in the top 6 or 7.
I beg you, forget those people.
They have been falling down out of the top 10.
Even in the qualifying session for the sprint proper, 11th and 12th. George Russell, 11th
of top 10.
Number one driver in 12th position.
See? So you're not telling me that mathematically sharp, because nothing that cannot be done, nothing that cannot happen.
Maybe if they dash their car,
be realistic. Forget about it. Mercedes, they need to start, looking inward. How can we better things? Forget miracle now.
Let's move from the streets of Miami to the streets of Lagos. Traffic update from Alau Saikeja very quickly. Good movements all through Mobolaji Johnson. Awolowo Road from Barracks to Radio is in good shape. Good traffic from Radio inward and in intersection. Just a little delay at intersection due to alternation. Lane inward Arumere is good. And also inward Ako Junction is also in good shape. Return journey from Ako inward Arumere to Allen is also looking good. Latif Jakondin from Coca-Cola up to Cabri all looking good at this point in time. Likewise, also return journey that is around Omole now, inward Wemco, all looking good up to Coca-Cola Junction. Still Lagos traffic video 96.1. By the way, let's give you the report from our live camera update. Ojota interchange looking good at the moment. Ojota looking good, except on the main carriageway due to bus stop activities. But it's a moving traffic, by the way. And yes, the live camera updates once again are attesting to what we said concerning Allen Junction looking very good, except for the alternation. Still Lagos traffic radio 96.1. One more issue to discuss in Formula One, and then we talk everything Nigerian football. Adrian Newey will be leaving Red Bull at the end of the season. And who is Adrian Newey? He is the chief designer of these Red Bull cars we've seen in the last 10 years, close to 10 years now. It's worked from the likes of McLaren, another team before joining Red Bull. And now he's leaving, is regarded as the greatest Formula One car designer. And we know what this means when a big elephant like this is leaving a team. And I'll be asking Gary Johnson what he makes of all of this. Started with the controversy involving the team principal in Chris Horner, the harassment with a woman in the team and all of that. Looks like he's not comfortable with that and is packing his baggage, is leaving. Probably he's seen something coming and he will not be part of that, so he just needs to leave. And hey, let's leave all of the controversy with Chris Horner. Let's focus on the implication of this on Red Bull as a team. Horner is staying. Recall Max Verstappen says he's going to leave should Horner leave. Now that Horner is staying, Max Verstappen is going to stay. They have the best car. They have the best constructors company. But their chief designer, who is regarded as the greatest of all time, is leaving. What does this mean for Red Bull, Gary Johnson?
Well, I think that for Red Bull to continue to be a big contender and at the forefront of Formula One Championship, they need to find a suitable replacement, because it happened to Mercedes, and Mercedes did not recover when their chief engineer left.
Yes, that's Ben Hawkinson. Yeah.
In the years,
2022.
Lewis Hamilton was reigning. Well, if this man leaves Red Bull now, Red Bull definitely will not fill him immediately. Because why? The designs for the next 2-3 years, I think would have done, except he's holding it back himself to be submitting yearly, as long as he's still with the Red Bull. But and also, I think that if he leaves and joins the Ferrari might just pick up immediately, because at the moment Ferrari are the only outfit fighting Red Bull at the moment.
Yeah.
So if you now join them, that's like having to propel their speed. So like that's 100 of what they're currently.
No, Daryl, let's look at this. He joins at a time when Formula One is planning to also fix the rules or improve their rules. And you know the way this thing works. Initially, the rules for Mercedes, they went on a roller coaster of like 8-10 years, and they were dominating. The rules presently favors Red Bull. They have dominated in the last 3 years. As a matter of fact, in the last 4 years. And now a changing rule at a time when you have your greatest designer leaving. And one thing about him, according to reports, is that he knows how to build the car in such a way. It's like a cheat for the rules. He made those cars that end up being a cheat for the new set of rules. And so he's doing that now. He's going to Ferrari, and he does that to Ferrari, and Hamilton joins. Hamilton is regarded as one of the greatest of all time. He joins the Formula One. He joins the Formula One team.
And he finally gets to win his hits.
And he finally gets to surpass Schumacher's record. Could that also be the end of Red Bull? I mean, we've seen this before. McLaren was at some point the invincible. Alonso used to be the invincible with Red Bull. And new rules, new engine, new all of this. Then they brought in this aerodynamics kind of thing, and that was it. So, is this also the beginning of the end for Red Bull?
I think it's not. If you remember the first race, the first championship title that Verstappen won, it was a controversial one at Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
It should have been Lewis Hamilton's 8th championship title. Remember that the race commissioner had to be investigated a year after.
And was suspended, I think.
All these
or demoted,
all these things are patterns. I think it is time for the Red Bull.
It's time for another controversy.
It's time for the Red Bull outfit to relinquish their hold on for the one championship.
I don't think it's time. I feel it's time. I think it's time we have another team that will make Formula One highly competitive again.
That Ferrari will win that championship title.
Finally, you know, in all of this,
we've been pushing for the past 2 years.
Gary, you know, in all of this,
and the next season, Hamilton joins.
Gary, in all of this that we have said, they still have one strong advantage. They have the best driver at the moment. Maybe he's the best. You know, there isn't about the best driver and the debate of the best engine, which makes a better team, the best driver or the best engine. You understand? So they have in quotes the best engine at this point in time. So even if their car designer leaves, I mean, I can tell him to go. I have the best engine, and the engine makes the car.
Remember also that as a designer, you are like a sketch artist.
Okay.
All right. You have people who put your sketches
a sketch artist to the engine. He's not the one building the engine. He's just a sketch artist.
Listen. It's like a sketch artist.
Okay.
For a fashion designing firm.
Okay.
This is how I want the runway model to look like when they wear these clothes.
Okay.
These are the trimmings. These are the materials. It designs it, puts it to the chief engineer, to the chief designer, who does not think about sketching, but puts the sketches to reality. That is like the designer's work. He designs what he wants the car to look like. The kind of engine he wants to be in the car that will give the sketches or designing the reality, the thing, the feel, the production,
it will crystallize it.
That he wants the design to. So you understand. Now you're not talking about engine. Okay, if a designer says this is the kind of engine that will fit into this car that I'm designing, it's like it's just saying that, okay, I'm practically designing the engine, but I'm not making the engine. So you're not getting it.
I do.
If he's designing the car, he's definitely the one that brought about the kind of engine.
What fashion company do you have? What's the name of your fashion company?
Don't let me do advertising.
You too sabi this thing, I beg. Still Lagos traffic within 96.1. Sport lane is where we are doing. The way he's talking Formula One and he's bringing it into fashion. Okay, so let's just drive into Nigerian football very quickly. I need to know your opinion on Finidi George, his appointment, and this back and forth about assistants, and what do you think is best to assist Finidi George? And what do you think, again, this controversy, I just want everything wrapped in one, of the salary, what he should get, the list you think a coach is worth, if Finidi George is worth at this point in time?
I think for a start, Finidi George has proven himself to be worthy of being appointed.
Well, that's debatable.
It's not. Well, you could say it's debatable.
It's highly debatable.
But I think, as a Nigerian coach who has won titles, maybe not for the Super Eagles, and has never been in charge of the Super Eagles as a front runner coach, but because of the things he has achieved, the achievements, his achievements in football as a coach, I think he's the right man for the job for now, ahead of Amokachi.
How?
All right, he has won MPFL title with Enyimba.
Well, he has never coached the senior national team before.
That is why I said he has not been a front runner.
So why do you want to put him in the senior national team for the first time?
What did Amokachi achieve with the national team?
Well, he may not have achieved.
What did Olise? So if you are trying out ex-international,
so we should keep making the same mistake.
I believe that's what's going on.
So we should keep making the same mistake. Hold on. Siasia never qualified for the World Cup.
Hold on.
Olise was the reason. I mean, we started from the scratch.
Experience now in Nigeria national team.
Okay.
He was at Nations Cup as the assistant coach to Jose Pesaro.
Amunike has always been around the national team before he left.
Okay, give Finidi George his chance.
Okay.
He has been.
So we should just give him a chance now. That's what we are. Okay.
He might just come and prove you wrong, my brother.
Okay.
So let's give him a chance. Now, concerning his contract, I mean, why the NFF is keeping it on the wraps, I don't know. Why they are
I don't understand. See,
let
me say this, sorry, Dari.
To being unserious.
I think this is where I have issue with Finidi George. It should not be unveiled. It should not be announced. I mean, as the coach of the national team, if your contract has not been spelled out, you want to sell your soul to the devil. He has told it already. So whatever they give him now, he can't say no.
But it's like you are just saying, okay, come and enslave me, come and do as you want. There is nothing that is being specific about.
Well, let's hope it's been done. They are just probably trying to find something.
Enyimba Football Club are complaining because they were not notified. They were not given. They said they were not given notice. They didn't even know that this man will be appointed.
Well, maybe not formally.
Is they said they did not make any plans for his replacement as a coach of Enyimba Football Club. And the fact that they are even in the run up to win the title for this season. So it's like a distraction to them. That's what they said.
Come on, see. I feel maybe they were not formally notified. However,
it's the same thing, bro. I mean, they said
that hold on. Finidi George was off Enyimba for like a month and a half.
Yeah,
and what's the name of this coach? Is the assistant coach now? Coach Yemo was there, and they were doing well. So I mean, this talk of and all of that.
Listen,
they should tone things down.
What they have said is not wrong. If Finidi George left the team for a month and a half because of the Nations Cup, it's a good thing. But they have deprived the Nigerian.
So having their coach the national team is a bad thing.
Would they have deprived their coach the privilege of serving or being of service to the national team? No, exactly. That's
so they would prefer to deny him now a permanent privilege.
They are not denying. They are basically calling NFF to order. That's what I'm saying.
Simple. Saying they are not aware. Saying they are not aware is just what I want us to take out of it.
Felt out for them that they got to know from the social media. Yeah.
Social media. So Dari, summary cap. What do you think?
I can't say. I can't say. I mean, Finidi George, if they pay $100 million, if they have the money, fine.
I not said no. Go take money. I beg you. If you have we don't win this thing with about 2 national teams. I beg you.
What if this guy goes to win the World Cup for the Super Eagles for Nigeria?
See, I will not say. You never
What if, bro? What if Finidi George goes to become the first African coach, indigenous coach, even for Nigeria?
Well, we will
see. All the way to semi-final.
Person will be in charge of two games. One of them small, the other against Mali. Controversy with the key players in the team.
Finidi George.
Yeah. I Ademola Lookman was complaining that he never likes him.
Why?
Ademola Lookman said Finidi never likes him.
Why?
Who knows?
Why does he not like him?
Who knows? And he's saying that if you know you are not going to play me, why bring me all the way from Italy to just come and sit on the bench?
But why does Ademola Lookman? Why does Finidi doesn't?
No, he doesn't have to say all of that. So you can imagine already. So saying we want to go and with the work of Kuda. Let's talk European football. Let's talk. We have less than 2 minutes.
We got to the final of Nations.
We have 2 minutes.
We lost all our friendly matches on that episode.
That we have 2 minutes. The battle for the EPL continues. Arsenal would lead 1-3 goals to nothing. Manchester City leading against Wolves by 4 goals to 1. Brotherly Nalas with an hat-trick in the encounter. Bukayo Saka can't stop scoring. I love the backup in Trossard.
This Alan can't they pay me?
Danny,
left him out of my captain.
You know the pendulum, the league pendulum keeps swinging between Manchester and London.
It's going down the wire.
So where do you think this is going to drop at the end of the day?
Right now, I don't know if it's bad, but you call it, but I want Arsenal to win it.
Girona trailing Barcelona by 2 goals to 1, and that means they are just delaying Madrid's party.
Delaying the inevitable.
Obviously, all Madrid need to do is to draw their next game, and then they are winning the league. Lazio leading Monza by 2 goals to 1, and I need to hear your opinion on this. That way, your new manager, according to reports, the name of this final coach now, what's coming in as your new manager, and I'm trying to recall his name now.
Don't let me spoil it.
So I don't know. Do you feel he's the best person to replace Jurgen Klopp?
If the club thinks he's the right man for the job, let him try. After all, Jurgen Klopp didn't have any.
Jurgen Klopp got to the final of the Champions League now. He won the league. Even when Pep Guardiola was in Dortmund.
And what is
Bayern
doing in the Dutch league?
And so you feel.
Tell me now, what is their position?
No, I did have vintage. You can't coach a final and slots. Yes, you can't coach a final.
I can't know something.
Okay, so you are saying is the man for the job.
I'm not saying.
I'm not saying.
No.
Now here we go. We go talk out.
If the club feels